Hello Anjali, welcome to
Hi,
interview session of Masterclass Space. And first of all, congratulations on behalf of us on getting admit
thank you.
from UGA. We're really happy to know this news. So formally, we would like to have short interview from your side, please.
My name is Anjali. I'm from Suwanee, Georgia, and I'm going to be attending UGA this fall and majoring in BS psychology.
Good. So it's a bachelor's degree in psychology.
hmm
That's great. That's great. So, we would like to just know a bit about your college journey, your accomplishments, extracurricular hobby, and these things in this interview. Starting with the first question, I just want to ask you. You joined us 2 years back, so I can say that since last 3 years you have been preparing for college admission and all this. So many students feel this whole journey to be quite stressful. Some people it's exciting. I mean, there is so much hue and cry around college admission. So how your journey has been? Was it stressful, exciting? How do you what do you say about it?
I would say it was a mix of both because I knew from the beginning that I wanted to go to UGA. I didn't really have a lot of other colleges in mind because UGA is like an hour away from home. I can visit my parents. It's in state, so it's cheap and it's a good school, especially if you want to do pre-med. So, I just that was my goal. That was what I was seeing. I didn't even apply to a lot of colleges. That was one of the only ones I applied to because I decided if I get in early action by November, then I don't need to apply to any more colleges because I'm in. And that's what happened. Um, I would say extracurriculars are very important, and I think that's something a lot of people stress out about. It's like they don't know what the right extracurriculars are. Um, I would just say like take up as many opportunities as you can, try to find leadership roles. And if you are in any extracurriculars, spend time, focus on them, see what you can achieve.
Good, good. So you have been part of us as a SAT student, and you took SAT, ACT. So just want to ask you, how did Masterclass Space help you in getting this college admissions in your test prep?
It was very helpful, especially you, my math teacher. You were very good at explaining things until people understood. And whenever I had any questions or doubts, like you guys always cleared them. And yeah, you were very helpful.
Thank you so much for the compliment. It's not supposed to boast me, by the way. So never mind. So you're also getting some in-state scholarship. How much scholarship you are
Yes,
getting, by the way?
yes. So basically it's called the Zell Miller Scholarship. That's in Georgia. And if you're a resident of Georgia and you have a certain GPA, so it's 3.7 unweighted GPA, you get 100% tuition covered. So,
100% tuition cover.
100%.
That's great.
So, first and second semester combined, I think it's around 9.5, 9.8K. I'm not sure about the exact numbers, but that much is covered. What I have to pay is the dorm fees and like meal plans, other costs, stuff like that. But that's pretty much it.
So
And if you don't have Zell Miller, if you have like less than 3.7, but you still have 3.0 or up, you have the Hope Scholarship, and that covers 80% of the tuition.
So how much you are getting? 100% or 80%?
100%.
That's
Zell
great.
Miller.
Congratulations, sir. So your tuition fee is waived off for you.
Yes, for the first year. And then after that, you have to keep maintaining your GPA in college. Because for 1 year, if you don't have a certain GPA, UGA it's 3.3. So, cause in college, it's like harder to maintain a good GPA. But if you don't have more than a 3.3 GPA for any year, you lose your Zell Miller scholarship and then you're never getting it back. So
Oh, so you
there's that.
if you maintain, you keep on getting the same 100%.
Yes, for the rest of
That's
college.
great.
Yeah.
So hope you maintain it.
Thank you.
Good. So, I want to ask you about, there are a lot of questions around SAT and ACT. From your experience, how important it is to get a good SAT, ACT score?
I would say it's very important because when colleges are looking at applicants, especially at competitive schools, they would rather choose an applicant with a higher SAT score. Like if they have similar background, extracurriculars and everything else, they would definitely choose an individual with a higher SAT or ACT score. That being said, extracurriculars are also very important. Like leadership roles, just like internships or anything outside of school that you could do, because only a good ACT and ACT score is not like that's not good enough.
That's not good enough, but it is important part of college application.
It is important, yes.
And you got 34 in ACT, right? So obviously your score was also good, and you made to college of your choice. That's great. Now I want to ask you from a scholarship point of view. The question is, many students ask this question, and they want to get into college with a scholarship. What is your recommendation, and how they should make the profile so that they get into college with application, with a scholarship?
To be honest, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask, because I do not know much about scholarships. The only scholarship I have is the state scholarship that's given to everybody who is going to, like, who's a Georgia resident and going to school in Georgia. I would say, like, I know it's really hard to get a scholarship. Just try applying to as many as you can within your time frame and see if you can get any. I do not know too much about scholarships.
No problem. So let's talk about something from your career point of view. After doing BA Psychology, what do you want to pursue?
Basically, so I'm doing pre-med, and when you're doing pre-med, the first 4 years, what you major in, it doesn't really matter much. You can major in English literature, and that's okay. The next 4 years of med school is what matters. So just my first 4 years, I'm majoring in psychology because I really like psychology. I'll see if I want to do anything with psychologists, like become a psychiatrist, but I'm not sure yet. If I do pre-med, then the next 4 years, hopefully I, go to a good med school. And then I'm not sure what kind of doctor I want to become yet. It depends on what I like. Based on what I study, what I like the most is what I'll choose. Maybe a pediatrician. I was thinking pediatrician since I like kids.
You like kids.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be fun to work with kids. And that's what I want to do when I'm older.
So the thing is, in this pre-med, basically you're entering a college with a psychology, bachelor's in psychology, this degree, okay? Now you are calling it a pre-med. So are you also going to do some medical, some degree related to medical science?
Yes, I'm going to take biology and chemistry classes as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it, because med school is what prepares you the most for becoming a doctor.
So anyone, that means anyone who is going with, who is undergoing the undergrad program psychology, they can do pre-med, or only some students they get admission into this pre-med program?
So UGA does not have a specific pre-med track. It's just a bunch of science classes that they recommend you to take. If you want to go to med school, you would be required to take several science courses. So your college counselor can talk to you about that.
Oh, okay. So those students who are specifically going for a medical, the med school matter, they will be doing those specific courses, right?
Yes.
Good. So now, talking from your perspective, from your personal profile, what extracurricular activity you have put in your profile?
So I have an internship at Northside Forsyth Hospital. I've been going there since September 2020. I do it every weekend. Basically, I work at an infusion center where people with infectious diseases come in, and like the same patients come in every day. they're hooked onto an IV with medicine, and the medicine like flows through their body. So I just help out the nurses. Like I take patient vital signs, I mix medicine, make IV bags, I help stock, file a chart, that kind of stuff. That's one thing. I also really like to crochet. Do you know what crocheting is?
No, I'm not aware of it.
So it's sort of like knitting, except it's done with a hook. And I can make like different patterns, stuffed animals, clothes. I've made a sweater before. So I'm very like into that. I did talk about crocheting on my college application. And I write a lot. Like I like to write stories. I volunteer at the library. I help out like with teens and kids and stuff like that. And also crocheting, like I used to teach it to kids in our neighborhood.
That's good.
As well.
So basically you have made your profile in such a way to be apt for a medical pre-med degree, is it?
Not exactly. Other than the internship, other than the internship, none of the other stuff are related to pre-med. Extracurriculars, it doesn't really matter if it's like related to your path of choosing.
Good. And how did you get help? How did you prepare the essays and all?
Well, mostly it's just me who wrote them. I did have the help of a college counselor though, and they made corrections or made suggestions to my essays to improve them, make them better.
Good. So fine. Apart from this career-oriented aspects, what are your hobbies?
Like I said, I really like to crochet.
Okay, that is your hobby.
Yeah, that is a hobby. I even have a store on Etsy where like I sell stuffed animals that I make. I've sold a couple of stuff. I love to read so much, like books, like fiction books. It's one of my favorite things. I like to watch movies and TV shows, specifically K-dramas, Korean shows. This is just like outside stuff I like to do. And I like writing because I read a lot and it's like I want to create my own stories as well. So. Yeah.
And how about theater?
Yes, did I mention theater before to you?
Must have been somewhere in your profile. So theater is something which you have been doing probably, right?
I haven't done it since my freshman year really, but I did it a lot in middle school. Like acting, drama, that kind of stuff. I really like that as well.
Good. So, and okay, fine. You are going to be in the career which directly impacts society. But do you have any specific plan to give back to society?
As in like what?
As in basically like people, for example, someone opens their own company, someone becomes an entrepreneur, someone wants to start a non-profit or a community service center. Something like that. Have you planned something that, okay, you want to do something for the community? This is a community service.
Well, I haven't thought that far ahead into my future yet, but those do seem like good ideas. I would probably be interested.
So thankfully, after this interview, you will definitely start thinking about these things also. Many students, yeah. They have plans of becoming an entrepreneur and something like that. So maybe what you are going to do, for example, bachelor's and after the medical school, once you are settled in your career, how you are going to process. Maybe that can be thought. Well, it takes time, that I understand, but some people are very visionary and they do it. No problem with that. So thank you so much, Anjali, for giving the time, and wish you best of luck.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.